Alright, welcome back to Viking MTG. Here to open the pre-release box. I got one pre-release pre-order box of allegiances. I may get, most likely we'll get more boxes later from Rudy. But for now, I figured get at least one box to crack on the channel. I'm not sure how many people will hop on the stream today, but I'll be playing Two-Headed Giant at 5. I thought it was at 2, but so I went down the Isle Games at 2, and fortunately there was people doing miniatures, not playing Magic, so I'll be back there at 5. So I did some trading, got a box, and a couple packs of Ultimate Masters, and some Stomping Grounds. They had 2 of the older Stomping Grounds, so I'm hoping to hit another Stomping Ground here. At least 2 more Stomping Grounds would be great, but I'm sure, hopefully I'll hit 1. I also got 2 packs of Ultimate Masters, why not? There were 2 packs left in their box, so get the shot at a Karn or something. Maybe I'll hit a Lily. But you got 2 people on. If you're here, shout out. So, we have a Zombie, Kodama's Reach, and a Fulminator Mage. A foil Kodama's Reach. Not sure if Fulminator Mage is worth anything. I don't think so. Check out what's in this other one. Ooze Token, Mongrel, and Squee. So nothing special there, unfortunately. But not to be expected when you buy 3 random, the last couple packs in a box. Don't expect to hit it big. I just won't spend another $325 on a box of Ultimate Masters. Even in trade, it's ridiculous. Alright, so let's crack this here box. Only got 2 people on, but I don't have all day. So I'm not going to sit around and wait. Unfortunately, I'm just not going to do that. If you hop on, you're more than welcome. See what we get here. First, Ravnica Allegiance on my channel. I've been playing the cards and opened some virtual packs online on MT in Arena. There's some fun cards in this, that's for sure. There's some cards that ramped up my decks, my current decks. We have Screaming Shield, Smelt Ward Ingus, Clan Guildmage, and a Gruul Spellbreaker. Oh, that's right. This one's a really good one. It's an Ogre Warrior for 1, a green and a red. It's a 3/3. Has Riot, so it enters the battlefield with your choice of a 1/1 counter or haste, which makes it a 4/4 for 3, which is outstanding. Has Trample, and as long as it's your turn, you and Gruul Spellbreaker have hexproof. It's a great card. It's got a great bonus. The Riot, a 4/4, 4/3. That gives you and Spellbreaker hexproof. It's essentially, what do you call it? Shalai, but on your turn. She gives you hexproof. A Simic Guildgate and a Goblin. Goblin token. Alright, next. Gruul Beastmaster. Rakdos Firewheeler. This actually looks like a pretty cool card. It's 4/3 for 4, which is decent. Human Rogue. And when Rakdos Firewheeler enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to target opponent and 2 damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. It's a good card. It's got very solid entry ability, and it's a 4/3. What's up, Jay Shing? How you doing, man? We have a junk troller. I'm putting this into my wall deck on Arena. I don't know if I'm going to build that deck in real life. And an Ethereal Absolution. No, I'm going to pre-release at 5. A two-headed giant at 5. So Ethereal Absolution is a 6 mana enchantment. It's pretty pricey. But creatures you control get +1/+1. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-1. You spend 4, exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. If it was a creature card, you create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. So it's a good card. It's super expensive. If you can cheat it out somehow, or even, have a long control game, getting this off on the board is good for a night deck. Yeah, Dashing, I was way too tired to go last night, but I will most likely, I will be going at 5. Teaming up with Kyle T, one of my patrons, for a two-headed giant. I thought it was at 2 o'clock, so I went to the game store at 2, and then realized it was at 5. Sharkdo Crab. I put this into a Merfolk deck on Arena. He's fun. Just playing a fish octopus crab is funny. Well, what I do, Jay Shing, is I put a hexproof on everything in the hopes that it'll stay alive, and then I play Amaranth and Wall so I can pay 2, give it indestructible. Makes it really hard to get rid of all my walls. Sharkdo Crab, Gateway Sneak, the Cavalcade of Calamity, and a Repudiate and Replicate. Repudiate and Replicate is 2 blue or 2 green or any combination of. Counter target activated or triggered ability. So it's actually a way to counter an ability, which is great against Teferi. And Replicate, create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. So you can do either, and that alone is a great ability to be able to copy a big creature. You could use this and build a green deck and use this with elves or whatever and be able to make a copy of a lot of nasty stuff. Orzhov Guildgate and an Illusion. What I really want here is Tithe Takers. If I can get at least 1 Tithe Taker, that'd be great. 2 would be even better. Tithe Takers, I wouldn't mind the green Planeswalker. Lots of cards I want here. So still no foils, huh? Oh, I think we got a foil here. We have an Enraged Ceratok, a Senate Guild Mage. The Senate Guild Mage is interesting. A white and a blue for a human wizard. 2/2. You pay a white, tap it, gain 2 life, or pay a blue, tap it, draw a card, then discard a card. An Essence Capture, great new control spell. Really good in the mono blue deck. Amplifier. And we got a gold foil, which tells me it's an uncommon or a rare. Amplifier is 2 and 2 red. For a creature elemental, at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Until your next turn, Amplifier's base power becomes twice that card's power, and its base toughness becomes twice that card's toughness. Put the revealed cards in the bottom of your library in a random order. That's pretty cool. That's pretty spicy. See what this is. Oh boy. A foil, my foil rare is a foil Bedevil. That's 2 black and a red to destroy target artifact, creature, or planeswalker. Wow. I think that's a pretty good rare. I think that's a pretty good foil rare. I don't know what Bedevil's going for. Let's take a look. I wish there's somebody on that could tell me what the prices are going for. Made 2 black and a red to destroy artifact, creature, or planeswalkers. Pretty solid. Take a look here. 6 bucks. And foil, I'm imagining it's, oh boy, $20 foil. That's a great hit. How you doing, Adam? Long time no see, man. Yeah, that's a great hit, man. Foil the devil. Could be a lot worse foil rares, that's for sure. Oh, I'll sell it high, most likely. I don't know how much Rakdos I'm going to be playing. Depends on what cards I pull. We'll see. Alright. I'm going to be taking my time looking at some of these new cards I don't recognize. I didn't really dig into the spoilers too hard. I have a Bankrupt in Blood. It's 1 and a black. Is an additional cost to cast a spell. Sacrifice 2 creatures and draw 3 cards. So this is great if you're playing a token deck. A Swirling Torrent. Choose 1 or both for 6 mana. That's an expensive sorcery. Put target creature on top of its owner's library or return target creature to its owner's hand. I don't know about that for that cost. Man, that's a lot to do. Those things. I'm doing alright, Adam. I'm doing fine. Things are pretty well normal. We have a Macabre Mockery. 2, a black and a red for an instant. Put target creature card from an opponent's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Gets +2/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. That's wicked. That's real wicked. And that Dovin Bond. So that's our Planeswalker. At least that's our first mythic. I'll take a foil Sphinx's Insight. That's a pretty card. Look at that. It's a pretty foil, man. That's a good first mythic. Take Planeswalker. A pretty good box so far. Pretty good box. See if it stays this way. Hackrobat. Hackrobat is 2/3 for 3. Meh. It has Spectacle. You may cast a spell for its Spectacle cost rather than its mana cost if an opponent lost life this turn. That's pretty easy to do. And she gains Death Touch for 1 black or 1 red. Gets +2/+0, +2/-2 till end of turn. It's an interesting card. Biogenic Upgrade is 4 and 2 green. Yeah, they do. 4 and 2 green. Distribute 3 1/1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures. Then double the number of 1/1 counters on each of those creatures. Then Incubation and Incongruity. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order for 1 mana. That's really solid. That's rock solid for 1 mana. And then for 3 mana, exile target creature. The creature's controller creates a 3/3 green frog lizard creature token. Wow. Could get a lot of value out of that. And a Zegana Utopian Speaker. I've played her on Arena, brewed with her today. She's not worth it. For her mana cost, maybe if she had flying or was something special, but she's not worth it. She's really not. I guess you could do her. You could try, see what you can come up with. I'm going to try really hard to make Merfolk work. I played the Crab. He was hilarious. We have a Sundro Shaman. Ooh. That's interesting for my Gruul deck. He can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. He's a 5/5 for 4. And whenever Sundro Shaman deals combat damage to a player, destroy target artifact or enchantment that player controls. Wow. It's rock solid. Gate Colossus, he's cool. If you're not familiar with him, he costs 1 less for each gate you control. There's people playing gate decks, and he's the ramping into him. Carnival and Carnage. Carnival deals 1 damage to target creature or planeswalker and 1 damage to that permanent's controller. So this is great against mono white or any of the weenie decks. Carnage deals 3 damage to target opponent. That player discards 2 cards. That's painful on turn 4. You do that to a control deck on turn 4? Ow. Talk about ruining their day. The Pestilent Spirit. Nice spirit. 3 mana, 3/2, Menace and Death Touch. And instant and sorcery spells you control have Death Touch. That's pretty rock solid, being able to kill a Ghalta for the price of a shock. So a skill gate and a spirit token. Seen a lot of those spirit tokens online. A lot of them. A lot of people have ruined decks with cards that make those. Alright. We have Light Up the Stage. A Gyre Engineer. 3 mana for 1/1. You can add 2 mana. That's alright. Guess it's a solid card. Cry of the Canarium. And a Revival and Revenge. Yeah, I'll definitely be unloading at the Devil quickly. And nice. An emblem for Domri. I really hope to get Domri. Getting that Dovin Bond makes me think I'm not going to get it, but we'll see. Probably trade one for the other just fine. Somebody will want it. Rakdos Firewheeler again. Collusion and Colossus. I love this card. Collision is 1 and a red or green. It deals 6 damage to target creature with flying. So goodbye Lyra. Goodbye all the demons and Doom Whisperer for 2 mana. And then Colossus, red and a green, and target creature gets +4/+2 against trample. This is brutal. A Fireblade Artist, and a Rampage of the Clans. 4 mana instant to destroy all artifacts and enchantments. For each permanent destroyed this way, its controller creates a 3/3 green Centaur creature token. So it's great being able to blow up all their enchantments. Yeah, I am, Jay Shane. Like I said, I'm going to get the rest of my boxes besides this one. I'm getting the rest from Rudy. Simply because of the deal that he gives. I'm getting them for $80 a box. I can't pass on that. That's just, you know, it's crazy. And I'll use cards that I have to pay for them. So I'm done overpaying. I'll do, you know, this box for pre-release because it's the only way to do it. He can't do it for pre-release. You know, and I'll pay for singles, and I'll trade my singles to the store, to the LGSs, and I'll still do plenty of business with my LGSs, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to buying boxes, especially close to a case, I'm going to go to Rudy. We have a Senate Guildmage, an Archway Angel, a Sky Tether. This is a great card. 1 mana to enchant a creature, and it has Defender and loses flying. That neuters a Doom Whisperer or a Lyra. I mean, there's so many cards that neuters. And a Rakdos the Showstopper. Awesome. That's my second mythic. He's the 6/6 demon for 6 with flying and trample. When he enters the battlefield, flip a coin for each creature that isn't a demon, devil, or imp, and destroy each creature whose coin comes up tails. He's a cool card. I'm happy with that second mythic. A Windstorm Drake foil. Nice. Orzhov Guildgate, a Frog Lizard. So as yet, no Shocklands, but I'm sure I'll pick up one or a couple. He's cool. And you get that great effect, then you get the big body on the board. It's a nice card. Alright, I think we have another foil here. We have a Senate Guildmage, a Sharkdo Crab. I love this card. I really want it in foil. Anybody I know here that gets it in foil, I want it. I'll buy it from you. You have 2 green and a blue for a 4/4 fish octopus crab. I dare you to put out a Radiant Destiny and call a fish octopus or crab. And then whenever one or more 1/1 counters are put on Sharkdo Crab, tap target creature and opponent controls. Very funny, Jonathan. Very funny. Tap target creature and opponent controls. That creature does not untap during its controller's next untap step. And you can pay 4, and if he has no 1/1 counters, you put a 1/1 counter on him. So he can quickly become a 5/5. He's not, he's not badass. He's not going to run the board, but he's hilarious. Yes, I did just play a fish octopus crab on you. Orzhov Enforcer, and oh, nice! Spawn of Mayhem. What a box this is! Best card in the set. Dovin Bond, Rakdos, and Spawn of Mayhem. And a second foil rare. Foil Gutterbones. Gutterbones is 1 mana. He enters the field tapped. He's a 2/1. You may pay 2 and return him from your graveyard. Activate this ability only during your turn and only if an opponent lost life. That's a pretty cool full rare there. 2 full rares. Can we go for 3? I haven't even finished the first pile. And we're just racking up the value. This is crazy. You have a Bankrupt in Blood, Pitiless Pontiff. I've seen this played a good bit on Arena. She's nasty. She's a Vampire Cleric, 2/2 for 2, and you can sacrifice another creature, pay 1, and she gains Death Touch and Indestructible. This thing's really hard to get off the board. Real hard to get off the board. Blood Mist Infiltrator. I haven't seen this. This is new. 3 mana for a vampire, 3/1. Whenever he attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, he can't be blocked. And a Deputy of Detention. If you're not familiar with this, I've seen a little bit of it online. I can't remember the name of the card, but it was an angel that allows you to grab one of their creatures. But you pay 3 when he enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls, and all other non-land permanents that player controls with the same name as that permanent until he leaves the battlefield. He's pretty dirty. It's a neat ability. That's funny. I just got back to putting something of low value on this pile. I don't know what the rares are sitting at. I guess I should pull up the list here real quick. TCG player, Ravnica, Allegiance, price list. I doubt they have a price list up. Let's see. Oh, they do. Nice. Sometimes they don't put theirs up for a while. So, oh wow, Rakdos is not worth that much. Figured it'd be worth at least a few dollars. Bedevil's $6. Rakdos is $3. These are all real tentative prices, though. Dovin's $12. Pretty good. Spawn of Mayhem's $14. Angel of Grace seems to be the big hitter right now. And Gutterbones, I'm not sure what Gutterbones is sitting at. He looks playable. Very playable. He's a $1.45, and in foil he is $5. Yeah, it is Detention Sphere on a stick, you're right. On a stick. Pretty good box so far. Pretty good. Wouldn't mind a few shock lands. Let's hope. And Amplifier's only 19 cents. People don't like that. Frilled Mystic. Are there any uncommons worth anything? I don't think so. I mean, I think there's a $1 uncommon. Oh yeah, Charging Warboar is a buck. $1.50. Charging Warboar and Rhythm of the Wild and Wilderness Reclamation. Dovin's Acuity. Scrabbling Claws. And a Blood Crypt. There we go. First Shockland, Blood Crypt. Senate Courier. Rakdos Gilgate and an Illusion. Yeah, it seems to be that way. I don't think I've seen any of them, though. We have a Zur-Ta Goblin, a Vindictive Vampire, the Carnival and Carnage. Yeah, they're pretty good, man. And a Nikia of the Old Ways. Yeah, Electro Dominance is good. That's good. I gotta look for that. I don't think this Nikia is worth anything. Nope, it's garbage. $1.15. I guess I'll take it. I still have a foil Blood Crypt from RTR. It's beautiful. We have another Pitiless Pontiff, a Skatewing Spy, a Drill Bit, and a Stomping Ground. So 2 in a row. Exactly the Shockland that I wanted. I'm liking this box. What do you guys think about this box between 1 and 10? On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think of this box so far? I believe we have a foil. Could we go for a third foil rare? Yeah, solid 8, definitely. Archway Angel, Solana Wayfinder, a combined Guild Mage, and an Incubation Druid. This one seems interesting. I don't think it's going to be played a lot, but it's 2 mana, 0/2, Elf Druid, and add 1 mana of any type that a land you control could produce. If Incubation Druid has a 1/1 counter on it, add 3 mana of that type instead. You pay 3 and 2 green, adapt 3. If it has no 1/1 counters on it, put 3 1/1 counters on it. So it can become a 3/5. So it's a good card. But I don't think it's going to be played a lot. We have a Spike Wheel Acrobat. I find people don't like to play anything that costs a lot after it comes out. People want that quick, instant value. Nobody wants to have to build on stuff. Alright, Adam, I'm cussing on my channel. See if I can fix it. Let me see if this improves my audio. Hello. Testing, testies, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my audio here. Hold on. A lot better? Good, okay. Yeah, I've got my other mic here. Down a little more? What do you need, Adam? Too loud? No, a little too... Oh yeah, wow, that's pretty loud. Alright, now we should be good. I hooked up my good mic. This mic, I bought a professional mic with my camera, and it's a great microphone, but it takes a battery. And That's a ways away from my mouth. Hold on. That should be better. Alright, there we go. We have a dagger caster, Sentinel's Mark, drill bit, and a Guardian Project. Yeah, I take value prices very lightly at this point. Nice Gate Colossus, Gruul Guild Gate, new Thopter token. That's cool. I take prices at this point very lightly. They're going to shift so much in the next couple weeks. We have a Galloping Lizard. I love the Galloping Lizrog. I love this guy. It's such a funny card. Nobody's going to play it, but it's funny. We have a Wall of Lost Thoughts, a Gatebreaker Ram. He's nasty. And Electro Dominance. It's a rock solid card. One of the better value cards right now. About $8. So we're hitting everything of value. A Rakdos Guildgate and a Zombie. So let's hope for one more, at least one more Mythic, preferably Prime Speaker or Angel of Grace. Maybe Domri, which I was hoping to hit. Let's see what we can do. And Dominaria in M19, I was averaging 4 to 5 Mythics a box. I even hit 6 in one, but that dropped pretty good in guilds. I was hitting 4 on average. Zurtog Goblin, Angelic Exaltation, a Resolute Watchdog. I like this in my Defender deck. And a Font of Agonies. See you, Adam. Yeah, I hope I do too. Azorius Guildgate and a Thopter. We have an Orzhov Racketeers, Cult Guildmage, Wilderness Reclamation. This is worth $1.50. And a Bedevil. So we hit foil Bedevil and normal Bedevil, and a foil Senate Guildmage. This is an awesome looking card, man. And video quality's dropped, guys. Sorry, the YouTube seems to be having trouble buffering my my app that I record through. Shows perfectly fine at 60 FPS, but YouTube is showing stream health moderate. Always seems to be that way. We have Eyes Everywhere, Depose and Deploy, Flames of Ray's Boar, and a Lumbering Battlement. Haven't seen that before. It's a 4/5 with Vigilance for 5. When Lumbering Battlement enters the battlefield, exile any number of other non-token creatures you control until it leaves the battlefield. It gets +2/+2 for every card exiled with it. Ah, man. Put that in the what do you call that? The token deck. That'd be crazy. Actually, non-token, but that's pretty wicked. Could be really good. You'd have to exile a lot of little stuff, though, to make it worth it. We have a Sihano Wayfinder, Gates Ablaze, a Dovin's Acuity, and a Glass of the Guild Pack. All multicolored creatures you control get +1/+1. Gruul Guildgate and a Sphinx. That's true, John. You would. Clamor Shaman, a Consecrate and Consume, Rumbling Ruin, and a Benthic Biomancer. I like this card. He's actually pretty good in Merfolk. A Skewer the Critics. Nice. That is a wicked art. Very wicked art. Getting a lot of foils here. 9 foils so far, including two great foil rares. Could do a whole lot worse than we've done on this box. We have a Skatewing Spy, Essence Capture, Combined Guildmage, and a Mirror Match with a Gruul Guildgate and a Human Token. Yeah, it's pretty solid. I'm definitely happy with it. I've done a lot worse on boxes. A Rhythm of the Wild. Oh yeah, this is a really cool card. 3-mana enchantment. Creature spells you control cannot be countered. And non-token creatures you control have Riot. A good luck control. I get this out, you're done. Knight of the Last Breath, Blood Mist Infiltrator, and a Captive Audience. So 4th Mythic, Captive Audience. What's this sitting at? I don't think it's sitting at much. Yeah, it's a jank Mythic. It's not even, I don't even see it on the list. What the heck? Is it that absolutely worthless? Mythic. $1.82. Garbage Mythic. But that's actually a pretty cool card. It's a 5, a red, and a black. It enters the battlefield under your control, under the control of an opponent of your choice. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Your life total becomes 4. Discard your hand, or each opponent creates 5 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. So you give that to your opponent and ruin his day, but that is way too expensive. Oh, he's got 7 mana to blow on an enchantment. That late in the game, playing red-black, you're hoping to have big evil creatures on the board. It sounds way complicated. Yeah, definitely. I agree, Jay Shing. Ministrant of Obligation, Mortify. Nice. Destroy target creature or enchantment for 3. Yeah, EDH maybe. A Sky Tether. And a 5th Mythic. Hydroid Crassus. That's one of the great mythics. It's a, in case you're not familiar with this, it was spoiled early. This is one of the first spoilers. It's a X, a green, and a blue. For a Jellyfish Hydra Beast. When you cast the spell, you gain half X life and draw half X cards. Round down each time. Has flying and trample, and it enters the battlefield with X/1/1 counters on it. Wicked card. It's a wicked card. Alright, 5th Mythic. This box is climbing to a 10. This is an amazing box. Only thing that could have made it better was a foil Mythic. We have an Angelic Exaltation, a Swirling Torrent, a Macabre Mockery, and a Warrant and Warden. I definitely wouldn't mind another Shockland here. I want to walk away with 2 Shocklands. Gruul Guildgate and a Centaur. Alright, we have a Ballistica Bellhunt, a Gatebreaker Ram, a Smelt Ward Ignis, and a Rix Mahdi Reveler. I see this thing getting some play in mono red. Yeah, it's $3. It might see some play. People might take mono red, throw a little black in there, and find a way to squeeze her in. She's, man, bright. It's way too bright. I gotta get a little less light here. That's why my picture looks bad. See if that helps. That should help. There it goes. That's much better. And my brightness was way too high. I had way too much light. Alright. Sorry guys, if I'm going a little slow on this. I'm just taking my time and enjoying the cards. It's first opening, new set. You know, why go super fast? Take it easy and enjoy it. I agree, John. It's a great card. I'm glad I hit it. It's what I wanted. Anytime you get the card you're looking for. We have a Mortify, Windstorm Drake, Code of Constraint, and a Tithe Taker. Bingo. That's what I wanted. I'm getting the cards I was looking for. Tithe Taker's $3. And he's a control killer. 2 mana for a 2/1 human soldier. If I'm playing mono white, I'm getting him out quick. I'm choosing tonight. I think we're going to play Rakdos. I think Kyle said he wanted to play Rakdos. I'm kind of leaning towards Gruul. Maybe I can convince him to go Gruul, but I think in a pre-release, Rakdos is going to be your way to go. Tithe Taker's an amazing card. In case you're not familiar with what he is, he's going to make Control's life a living hell. He's 1 and a white for a 2/1. During your turn, spells your opponents cast cost 1 more to cast, and abilities your opponents activate cost 1 more to activate, unless they're mana abilities. So all these decks, especially the Teferi decks that love to play everything on your turn, it's going to cost you It's going to cost you an extra 1 for everything, which is going to tank their plans. It's going to be a good creature. Yeah, John, that's generally the best way to go. Creature strong and limited. We have a Rally to Battle, Wall of Lost Thoughts, Spirit of the Spires, and a Cindervines. Oh, that's an interesting card. It's an enchantment for 2. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, Cindervines deals 1 damage to that player. You pay 1, sacrifice Cindervines, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Cindervines deals 2 damage to that permanent's controller. That's really cool. That's a nightmare, and again, a nightmare for control. I have a Watchful Giant foil. They have really went hard on Gruul, haven't they? They've put a lot of nasty cards. Yeah, definitely, Jay Shing. That's a nasty card. I love the cards I'm hitting here. I have a Bolrac Clan Crusher, a 10 Street Dodger, Sphinx of the Guild Pact, great card. Yeah, so do I, man. So do I. I definitely agree with that, John. We have Bedeck and Bedazzle. Target creature gets +3/-3 until end of turn, so that's great removal for 2. It could also pump something big. Bedazzle, 4 black and a red. Destroy target non-basic land, and he deals 2 damage to target creature or opponent or planeswalker. So that's a good card. I won't see much play, but the Bedeck portion will. Control players annoy me. And the main reason I've had trouble with the control players over 25 years of Magic on and off. They are the ones who get the pissiest when they lose. I'm telling you by rule, they're the ones who get the pissiest when they lose. It's very annoying. Now, I've known a few guys who play everything and get mad. And the funniest part to me is the guys who go, oh, control shouldn't be a part of Magic. That really bugs me. We have a clear the stage. The Pertmander, I think that's how that's spelled. Pronounced. We have a Blood Mist Infiltrator and a Verity Circle. Anytime you hear somebody whine and say, that shouldn't be in Magic, they need to take that out of Magic. I think you both have to go the same. I'm not sure. It's probably right. You're probably right, John. I'm not sure if you both go the same color or not. We have another Rhythm of the Wild, which I'll be brewing the hell out of this card. An Enraged Ceratok. Tower Defense. Put this in my wall deck. Oh, it's nasty. And a Precognitive Perception. Simic Gilgate and a Thopter token. 3 more packs to go. Very much want another Shockland. And I'm happy with this box. It's great, but I wanted another Shockland. We have a Gruul Beastmaster, Azorius Skyguard, Regenesis. I haven't seen that yet. 3 and 2 green to return up to 2 target permanent cards from a graveyard to your hand. That's good. And a Simic Ascendancy. That's too gimmicky. I don't see that getting much play. It takes a long time to put 20 counters on that thing. That'd take a long time. A Ballistica Bellhunt. Drill Bit, Knight of the Last Breath, and a Breeding Pool. So, yay, we got 3. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door shall be open to you. See if we can hit one more. Can we finish with 4? We have a Windstorm Drake on Incubation and Incongruity, a Cry of the Carnarium, and an Unbreakable Formation. And that's it. What a box. Let's sort out the value here. The Devil's Value, Blood Crypt and Stomping Ground, Breeding Pool. As far as what's value in here, I believe Electro Dominance is great. I'm sure there's other incubation druids in there. A lot of great value in here. I'm not sure specifically card by card at this point, but we'll find out as time goes on. Let me see what you mean by that, John. Drill Bit. It's 2 and a black. The target of one reveals their hand. You choose a non-mag card from it. That player discards that card. That's a good card. 1 mana if they've lost life. Never boring. That's pretty funny, actually. We have Hydroid. I got a Hydroid Crassus, Spawn of Mayhem, and Dovin Bond. 3 of the top mythics. Definitely did not strike out on our mythics, but we did get a total garbage mythic and a decent one in Rakdos. Very, very solid. We hit the foil Bedevil and the foil Gutterbones. So I'll definitely take 2 foil rares. One of them being a very rock solid card. That's it. Solid box. Very happy with it. If you guys didn't see earlier, I opened 2 packs of Ultimate Masters and got Fulminator Mage and a Squee, which are basically worthless. But solid. I'm happy with this. Very, very happy with this box. Like I said, any other boxes I get will come from Rudy. And he can only sell them the day of actual product release. So I'll be buying from him when the time comes. Yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed this. Jay Shang, I'll see you, man. Your cards are on the way. You'll see your grab bags very soon here, I'm sure. Yeah, Rakdos and Gruul are being pushed pretty hard. You're right, man. I think Gruul's gonna compete with Golgari, but Golgari's still probably the most dominant deck in the format. I don't think anything's gonna topple Golgari. It's just they put all these super powerful cards into one color, and that's gonna happen. You're gonna make one hyper powerful deck. There's my Stomping Ground going in my my Sarkhan's Unsealing ramp deck. So hope everybody enjoyed this. I'm gonna call it quits here and handle some other things before I head off to pre-release. And I will let you guys know, show you my results, and probably come home with a second pre-release kit to open. So we'll talk to you later. Peace.